Welcome to Motorhome Rehab Ranch. Do you have a GMC? Would you like to have one or just learn more about them? You're in the right place. And a special shout out to my ranch hands that help us support us by paying for the videos and asking questions and working on their coach. If you'd like to be a member, a ranch hand, at the end of this video we'll talk more about that. We're specifically devoted to the GMC Motorhome built from 1973 to 1978 only, okay? So let's get into something that may help you understand a little bit more about the GMC. What do you think? Hey guys, Jim Bounds with Co-op Motorworks and Motorhome Rehab Ranch over on Patreon. Thank you, ranch hands, for all your help. So, governors. Well, we got a pretty good one in the state, but why do we need a governor in our transmission? They say, some guy says, my other JM cars, transmissions don't have a governor sticking out there. What's that thing for? You're right. Our 425 automatic transmission is the only GM transmission that had a governor sticking out the side of it. Most of them were inside. So why didn't they do that? Well, think about this a minute. Let's review what this transmission is. The original transmission, you have a bell housing coming down. Of course, inside here is the torque converter. And then it comes down and split right here. And then you have the main body of the transmission right here. Okay. Then you've got a little nose piece at the back that goes down. Hook the drive shaft to it. The drive shaft goes to the back. Got a differential here, axles going to the wheels. Isn't that beautiful? Well, our transmission doesn't go to the back. It goes to the front. So how does it do that? Well, first of all, they took the bell housing and cut the transmission off of it. All right, so let's draw that. Okay. Then they put a chain, constant velocity chain right here. It went down and they put this over here. The chain's connected to it. So the torque converter spins up, spins the chain spins the transmission. They took this, got rid of it, took the differential, took it right to the back. Boom, drive shafts. So you can see how this transmission, it is a 400 with it cut up and all the parts put in down here. Well, obviously they didn't have enough room, or there was something about it, because 400 transmissions have their governor inside the casing of the transmission. Okay? And we did a video. Everyone needs at least one of these in your glove box. We did a video about this on how to change it. He showed you how to do all that. And you say, well, okay. But man, it looks like a pain. I got headers too. I can't get it off. I'm gonna let her go. It is working. Let me tell you what this does. Matter of fact, let's go out and let me show you one and show you what it's all about. Come on. Okay, we're out here in the shop. We were just talking about the 425. Here's one. See, here's your governor. Bell housing cut off, chain, transmission, differential, axles. This is the governor. Speedometer cable hooks up right here. Oil cooler hoses are right here. This is your shift control. All right, so come over here and take a look at this one. It's a little better color. This one, well, hey baby, how you doing? All right. You gonna watch? All right. So this one was painted candy blue sapphire to match the powder-coated candy blue sapphire suspension. Okay, so again, here's the configuration, and this is the governor. There's a baling wire on the top. You pull it off, and you pull it out. Here it is. Here's your baling wire right here. Okay? Now, here's the gear. See it? It's a sacrificial plastic gear. Why is that? Because down in there, if this thing were to jam up, it would just really mess up the transmission. So they put a plastic gear on here. Right here is where the speedometer gear rides, because it hooks into here. So if you had your speedometer gear cable freeze up, it might take out the plastic speedometer gear. But if it keeps that going, it at least will take this out. And it won't tilt the transmission up. But if this goes out, you will only have first and reverse. That's it. It'll be a long way home. That's why I say you need one of these in your glove box. All right? And look at the other video on how to pop that pin out of there and change that. But here's the governor. Now, so what is it? Well, have you ever looked at a hit-and-miss motor or a steam motor where it's got a thing that slings around and the arms come out of it? That sets the speed because it's a centrifugal speed control. Well, believe it or not, this is the same thing. Up inside here are weights and springs. See inside there? There's weights and springs in there. And what it does, this goes in the hole, this contacts the gear. It's held here, these are the bearing surfaces. Then this pops down and doesn't touch anything. So it spins, and as it goes faster, they go out and it pulls up a little piston in there, and it changes where the fluid goes. It goes here, or it goes here. Okay, first, second, third. It tells the transmission when to shift. Now, there's also a modulator valve on the other side that all transmissions have that will also affect the shifting on vacuum. But this does it on speed as well. So the two of them give you that feel that it actually works. If this doesn't work, and you say you can only got first and third, it will default shift to second at about 35, and it will default shift to third at about 55 or 60. Of course, your engine is going to be screaming like a meanie. So this is a very, very important gear. And again, it's made out of plastic. You say, well, why didn't they make that out of metal? Because the whole thing would screw up. This is your baling wire that holds it on right here. Okay. So pull it over here. There's a seal in there. See that? Put that down in the hole. You'll have to turn it to get it in. See, I don't have it in. Yeah, it will. Then this goes back over the top, pops in here and holds that down. So it just sits right there and spins. Okay? This is the governor. Now you say, well, what's the big deal? Listen, this is the only transmission that uses this thing. Guess what? Can't buy any of these. Okay? So now some people have cut the top off, taken it out. You can fix it. There's springs and lube it up and all this. And made a new top for it. Put a cap or something on it. You can go in and work on them. You can't get it off. It won't come out. Okay? But if you have one of these and it's working, cherish it. If you get a new transmission, see, the transmission guys, it's not their fault. They don't recognize this as a part that will fail. First transmission we got back from Monster, you learn by making mistakes. First transmission we got back from Monster, they had not changed this gear. We drove it, went around the block, ripped the gear out. Never happened after that. They learned about it. Because why? Because their techs had never seen this. They'd never seen what this is. They just stuck it back in, call it good. This is an important gear. 45-year-old gear keeps your transmission from going to third. That's an important one. All right, so that's the governor. That's the governor gear. That's why we have it. It's a good thing. If you have any other questions, I'll say this. If you do get a transmission rebuilt, always ask the tech about the governor, okay? And see if he knows what's happening. If he doesn't know, tell him what I did, or let him see this video and see if he can do that for you, all right? All right, well, look, thanks for the time. If you feel this is valuable, things like this are valuable, please become a ranch hand. It helps us be able to do this. Co-op is changing right now. We're trying to offer things that you guys, the GMC community, wants. Over on the Daily Pose, yes, I've stopped the Daily Pose. It's not daily anymore, but it's kind of like a personal Instagram, if you want to call it. We're writing some stories about GMCs there. We'll post this video. It's basically to tell people there's more than just this, okay? So do us a favor and tell your friends, tell everybody about us. We need your help to be able to do all these things that we're doing. And we're committed. Jason and the guys they drank the punch and they're committed. And I've been here for 30 years, so I guess I'm not going anywhere. So look, thank you for your support. Thank you for the time you've been with us. And watched a movie last month. It's a great movie. Said, anytime someone says, you say thank you to someone, say, thank you, please more. Because there's just not enough thank yous around, you know? So thank you, please more. We'll see you next time.